Hey rates, welcome back. Today we are doing expanding brackets, exercise 5G. I'm going to give you a chance to copy down the board and then I'll talk. Alright, well done everyone. Okay, so to expand brackets, it's just called the distributive law. So you don't need to know that word, but it's a distributive law. And all you have to do, this is very simple, is multiply whatever the term is at the front, you multiply it by each term inside the brackets. So I'm going to put little arrows there to show you what I'm doing. I multiply the 3 by the x, and then I multiply the 3 by the 5, and we're done. So when we go 3 times x, we get 3x. And then we go 3 times plus 5 is plus 15, so we go plus 15. So our answer here is 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 5 is 15, and there's our answer. It's called expanding brackets. Let's try the next one. So if you have to, you can put these arrows in. If you don't need to, that's fine. So 4 times x is 4x, and then be careful here, it's a negative. 4 7s are 28, but it's a negative, so negative 28. And the other thing, learn your times tables. Thank you. Next one. Exactly the same process. This is all about the same process. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 5 is 15, so plus 15. As easy as that. How easy is this, everyone? Next one. Now, what do you notice about the a? It's not an a, it's a negative a. So you've got to be careful. It's going to change the sign of each of them. So negative 8 times 7, 7 8s are 56, so it's negative 56. And then negative 8 times 2y is negative 16y. Can you see that negative changed both the terms and they're both negatives now? Alright, next one. I'm not going to put the arrows in this time, so hopefully you can just work it out. 4x times 2 is 8x. 4x times negative y. Now I don't confuse myself, I know it's a negative. So now I just go 4x times y is 4xy. Remember with multiplying different terms? It's 4x times y is just 4xy. And the last one I chucked in there, because this time it's got 3 terms inside the brackets. So you do the exact same process. You multiply everything by 5. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 3y is plus 15y. And 5 times 4 is 20. And that's it. So you just multiply 5 by each of the terms inside the brackets. Easy, isn't it? Let's go over here. This time there's one extra step involved. And it says here, expand and then simplify. So, if you have a look here, we've got this bit here's got a bracket, and then it's just got a plus 3x, just added on to the end. So we're going to ignore that for the first step. So we multiply, expand the brackets just like normal. So there's my arrows. 3 times 2x is 6x. And 3 times 5 is 15. So that's expanding the brackets, but I can't just ignore that, so I'm going to put plus 3x as well. But we don't do anything to that in the first step. First step, we just expand the brackets. Now, second step, instead of simplify, we simplify by collecting like terms. Are there any like terms here? Let's have a look. There's an x term, and there's another x term. So we know that 6x plus 3x is 9x. So that's equal to 9x, and then we've got plus 15. See, so we expand the brackets, and then the next step, we collect like terms. And there's your answer. And the last one, a little bit more complicated, but again, this term's by itself, there's the brackets. So we expand these brackets. Okay, I'm going to do this one in green because this one's dying. Alright, so now you have to set this out nicely. We write down 12xy at the start, and now we're going to expand the brackets. 7x times 2 is 14x. 7x times minus y, I know it's a minus, and it's 7xy. Alright, that's our first step. All we did was we brought that down and we expanded the brackets, which is there. And now we collect like terms. Can you see any like terms, kiddos? Okay, there's an xy term there. That's an x term, and that's an xy term. So these two xy terms are the same. So what is 12? 12 lots of that. minus 7 lots of that, the same thing. 12 minus 7 is 5. So we've got 5xy's, don't we? And then we've got plus 14x. Can I add those two together? The answer is no. Because why? They're not like terms. That's an xy and that's an x. We have to leave it. And that's done, everyone. Good job. Here's your work in a second. The only other hard thing in this exercise, they've got worded questions that will say like double x and add 5. And you'll have to write that worded equation, write it as an equation. So double x is 2x, and then add 5, you write plus 5. Or, that one doesn't have any expanding brackets one. They might say, here's another word, here's another question. Triple the sum of x and 3. Now this one, triple the sum. Sum means plus of x and 3. So the sum of x and 3 is x plus 3. And if you have to triple it, it means you times it by 3. So you've got to put brackets around that because you're tripling the whole thing. So now you expand the brackets and you get 3x plus 9. You've got to be careful. Read the worded questions very carefully and you'll be able to do it. So there's our exercise 5G, 1 to 9. Try all of them because there's not that many in the exercise. Good job, everyone. I'll see you soon.